So this is what it takes to do 35mm edit. So I changed that to 4x6, 2x3, whatever you want to call it. Because that's what 35mm is, and that's what a full frame is. I'm not getting into full frame now, so I'm just gonna basically show you what I do. Okay, so if I want to use Negative Lab Pro, I go down to my plugin extras. Now it's an extra, so it's added to Lightroom. You have to buy it. So this is Negative Lab Pro. This is how it actually looks straight out of the program. Okay. So particularly I don't like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cancel it. Okay, so that brings me back to normal. Just going to push that back there again. So before, what I used to do myself was just blow this up there a second, a little bit, right? So we'll take this dropper tool. So this is the white on this is actually black. This is your white, okay, or this, whichever you want to pick, right? So that now has converted it. So it's converting the negative to find the whites, right? It's easy to find the blacks because all you gotta do is click on a white part. It's not white. That means it's black. So to convert this, now we go here to our tones, right? So we go to our point curve. We'll take the furthest point on the right and bring it to the bottom. Take the furthest point on the left and bring it to the top. See, the photo now is already changed into a color. I'm just going to push it back a little bit. So you see the white has now turned to black. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crop this back in again. Now usually what happens for me, what usually happens is if I take this temperature blue tone on some of the way to the left, I get more color back into the photo. So I'm just going to go about there for a minute. So exposure, if I bring up the exposure, because it's a negative, it's reversed. It's not like a digital photo where if you bring it up, it's going to get brighter. If you bring it down, it's going to get darker. It's opposite in this. So if we bring it up a little bit, okay? So contrast is the only thing that will stay normal. Okay, you bring down the contrast, you have no contrast. Bring it up, you have loads of contrast. But for some reason, it's the only thing that stays normal. Everything else goes backwards, except for everything else in here goes backwards, and these kind of stay normal. And these, the vibrance, saturation, dehaze, clarity, and texture, they all stay normal. See, these settings here, highlights, shadows, whites, and blacks, they're all backwards. So if I raise the highlights, it goes there. If I bring it down, it goes bright. Okay, so we want to bring it up a bit. Usually up around 40 is kind of the thing. So we go to shadows. We'll probably get around 9 or something there. With the exposure, I want to bring it up a tiny little bit. And I'm going to go to the vibrance and bring this up. Alright, I'm going to bring it up loads and then gradually bring it down. I'm trying to remember what color the walls were in the Mars House years ago, and I'm not 100% sure. I want to say they were beige. Everything was beige back then. My pajamas are baby blue. That was me, not long after Christmas, I don't think, or else around Christmas. My mother took my photo with my violin. I was so happy. Um, so we just call it that, okay, for me to edit it, right? And then the other one then was for Negative Lab Pro. Also, I have my own setting here that I created, and so I'm just going to crop this as normal, 4x6. That was my mother now taking photos, excuse me, years ago. So I have my own preset here. It's called Color Negative. I'm going to click on it. It's very blue, right? Usually what I do here is add a tiny little bit of color. Just going to push back this here for a bit more. I'm going to add a bit of texture. That was the bus going up the road. Add a bit of texture. Bring in a little bit of shadows. Bring down the highlights. Add a bit of contrast. Photo's starting to look good now. So basically, that's kind of what I would do. Those walls, I think, were beige. It's just adding too much green for me. Now, the flash and everything, the TV back then was brown, I remember that. This chair was brown. I remember that this is white. There's my cars there, Ferrari F40 and the Jaguar. I think it's an XK8, I think that's what it is. I used to have them on the TV ready to go if I wanted to play with them. Yeah, so that's just basically how it is. That's how I do and how long it takes me to do a photo. And that then consists of every other photo that I want to do. So all photos are in there as negatives, like this. They're all in there like that as a negative. So I have to do it all the time, over and over and over again. So if I just press Ctrl and Z here, this should just go back to what I was just on 2 seconds ago. There we go, lovely jubbly. So, yeah, that's how you edit a 35mm photo. Thanks for watching.